Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here with another Metal Gear Solid 5 video, and this one I will show you how to get an S rank on episode 12, Hellbound. This one is a little bit of a long video, so please sit tight with me as I run you through this. But all things considered, I actually did a pretty good run on this one. I was pretty happy with the way it came out. There's only a little hiccup I had with the helicopter, as you'll see, but other than that, like the whole thing with Sahelanthropus later on, that was the best encounter I ever had with him, because there's always problems with that gigantic robot. So right here, I don't have my dog with me. I have the horse because I'm going to need him to get from one place to the other, because this thing just drops you off there. So right there, the helicopter sees me, and I start to get a little bit, like, kind of panic. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. And right here, I get to this part, and I'm like, because if I want to drop down there, but the thing is, I have to kneel down in order to drop down there, and the helicopter will see me do that. So I'm just waiting for him to pass by me, and when he does, I go down, and I just kneel down. And I actually didn't know this spot was actually there original. I'm like, oh, cool, I just found another spot. There's probably a ton of little hidden areas that I haven't even discovered yet. I've been playing this game for hundreds of hours. I'm not even exaggerating. Like literally hundreds of hours, 230, and I'm gonna boast about that every single time. And I'm always finding new things. So these guys are looking at me, but I'm like, you know what, I ain't got time for that. I'm just gonna keep going. And I do try to avoid the big spotlights wherever possible. Right there, I didn't intend to get up. Snake just decided, hey, let me kneel now. It's like, no, dude, keep crawling. You do what I tell you, man. What's wrong with you? Just ignore those guys. Like, I know some people may see those lights and start getting nervous. So right now, you see, I went around because I didn't want to get spotted. But now that I know there's no one around, really, I take a little bit of a chance. I'm obviously not going to run, though. That's crazy talk. They'll definitely see me, even if it is nighttime. And I guess I should be thankful that the game drops me off at night, because it's one of those missions where it just kind of throws you in there. As you saw, there was no landing zone or anything like that. So there's the landmines, because I've come through here this way before. There's two guys that are coming up the road that I usually am aware of, but this time around, they're going down the road, but they could be a problem, so I decided to take care of them. So I'm trying to get to my horse. And I choked this guy out just to, get it out of the way, because even though the things they're wearing on their head, they're not bulletproof, I didn't want to take a chance. So I'm like, let me just choke them out. Alright, so once you get your horse, this is where it begins. This gigantic trek, literally across, like, the map. Or at least the middle northern part of the map. And that's why I brought the horse. Because you could bring a jeep, but the jeep will bring a lot of attention that you don't need. And plus, you need to avoid a lot of these outposts, and the horse is just better at it than the jeep. Driving is hard in this game, already. Even more difficult than controlling the horse, so I wasn't about to try to make all these, like, tricky maneuvers with a Jeep. So, yeah, I wouldn't try to make these maneuvers with a Jeep. It wasn't going to happen. So, I'm just going to, it's just always better to do it with the horse. By the way, I got a little discombobulated there because I'm over here recording and everything just stopped. So, I just stopped talking. And then I restarted talking as soon as this thing started again. I don't know why that happened. I need to get a new computer. That's all it is. My computer is showing me that it's not really able to hang with all this video editing I'm doing. But again, I'm just kind of vamping a little bit because we have really nothing to do until we get to the next part. So once again, there's an enemy outpost, so I get to the side of the horse here so they don't see me. And once I am clear, or feel that or am confident that I'm clear, that's when I decide, you know what, okay, I can get on my horse and do this thing. By the way, the video stopped on me again, so let me just turn off every browser I have, and hopefully that won't happen again. Again, my computer is not really up to stuff. It's like 5-6 years old. It definitely wasn't meant to be doing all this video editing. I'm forcing upon it. All right, so I'm coming down here, and there are two guys there that I try to avoid. But I think they see me anyway. I was actually trying to do this without raising any combat alerts. So I'm using, I don't know what gun that is. All I know is it knocks them out. It doesn't kill them. I believe that's my stun machine gun. Not machine gun, stun submachine gun. Which is actually a really good gun. The reason you want to pick that gun over your tranquilizer is because it shoots a lot faster. So at this point, where I'm really, really close to the base, I'm like, okay, I need my dog now. Sorry, D-Horse. And the only kind of shitty part is that the dumb horse, like, you lose your bond with him. The horse is very, like, I don't know, he's very insecure. Like, you get rid of him one time, like, his bond goes down. Like, the dog doesn't care. Like, I mean, if you get rid of him enough times, the bond will go down. But if you get rid of him once, you know, in exchange for the horse, he doesn't care. The horse, man, he gets his feelings hurt. It's like, wait, you're like a dumb, like, horse. How do you even have feelings? Like, I can understand the dog getting upset. But a horse? I don't know. Weird. Very insecure horse, I guess, the horses. So now we're here. Now we're entering the actual base, and I'm getting in there. I'm not really getting in there the most stealthy way possible, but it's definitely the most efficient way to get in there. And my man D-Horse, as soon as he touched down, he's like, yo, dude over there, dude over there, dude over there, dude over there. He marks everyone. He's great. So right here, since there's lights, I decide, let me just crawl. Because there's a dude right over there. But as soon as I'm fairly confident he won't see me, I start running. Go under this bridge to get to the real heart of this center. And I'm trying to just get there as fast as possible, really, because, again, I've been through here so many times, I kind of know the layout pretty well. There's, I believe that's a Hind D. A Hind D. The reason I say I believe it's a Hind D is because it's very hard to tell from this video preview, but, yeah. These are Russians at the Hind D. See, this guy saw me, but pop him. Yeah, that's got to be my whatchamacallit rifle, my submachine gun. That's not my regular rifle. Regular rifle would have killed him. Alright, so you see that building all the way in the background? That's where our target is, Mr. Huey Emmerich. And here's something, again, I'm just vamping for time and stuff. Doesn't this place remind you of Grozny Grad from Metal Gear Solid 3? It looks almost exactly the same, and I guess that makes sense because Russian facilities, right? It always makes me wonder how much research goes into a game like this, like researching Russian facilities or Soviet facilities of the 80s. Because they were very uniform in their design. Everything was pretty much the same. So, kind of makes sense that Grozny Grad would look like Afghan Central Base. So, right there, I'm marking on the map where he is. All the way in the back. And there's a couple of doors that are in this facility, but only one of them actually opens. And that's the one we're going to right now. There's two guys guarding it. Check them out and stuff. They were already marked because of D-Dog, though. And I purposely just run at him. Like I've said before, use reflex mode as much as possible. Use it to your advantage. Just spam it, because it works. You only lose 5,000 points. So it's not a big hit. It's not like a combat alert that's 30,000. Right here, I actually get a little mixed up.
Okay, I'm sending a chopper close by.
Like, I was supposed to go down there, but I went the wrong way.
Hang on a second. Let's use the walker gear to escape. There's a special one here at the lab.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You can use the walker gear, but I suggest if you want to get that S rank, you don't use it, because that thing will get you in more trouble than anything. And right here, don't come through the way you came. Come out, come up through the other way, because you could use the cover of the mountains here and the buildings to your advantage. So yeah, right, as always, Miller and Ocelot having an argument. the first time, I mean, like I said, you can use the walker gear if you want, but it's just this big robot, and you will get seen in it, so it's just better to do it this way, even though it's slower. But again, this is a stealth game. You don't want to be rushing through stuff anyway. Even though I'm rushing right here. The reason I'm kind of rushing right now is because Pequod's coming, and he is not heavily armored. So, and these guys are going to start shooting at him.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Because I put the thrusters on him, but I didn't put the armor on him. So I was like, oh crap, they're gonna shoot my helicopter. There was one time I was playing this where I got to Pequod here, and he was just smoking, like it was black smoke too. Like they shot the shit out of him. So I was worried that was gonna happen here. But the good thing is, these guys are distracted with Pequod, which allows me to sneak by them. It's weird how the helicopter itself doesn't set off an alarm, but I guess since you're not setting off the alarm, it doesn't matter. So yeah, now that I'm confident, I just run here. And the thing is about the walker gear, you don't need him anyway, because once you get to this point, the game will take it away from you. So it's kind of useless, to be honest. And, you know, we're doing a little bit of a loading. I probably should have edited this part out, but whatever. So, you know, he comes at, yeah, you can skip this, and then you got a gigantic robot. Just run right past him. Because it takes him a little while to turn around, try to find you. And the other thing is, the game gives you a landing zone, right? You actually don't want to go to that landing zone, because the robot is literally right there on your ass. When you get the chance, see what I mean? He's shooting at you. When you get the chance, you want to actually go to the next landing zone further away, but that's a good thing, because you'll be able to, you know, hide more. And the robot, you know, basically you'll have more of a chance to lose the robot, which is what I'm trying to do now. The thing is, the robot is 300 feet tall, right? So he could see over everything. So that's why you're like, okay, let me, you know, try to go to this landing zone so I have more of an opportunity to hide from this thing. And this area is set up where there's a lot of rocks, a lot of different places for you to hide. So I got a little mixed up there, so I went this way. When you hear him say stay alert, you're not out of the woods yet, that means that the robot has lost sight of you. But it is true, you're not out of the woods yet. You saw that little red beam. He sends out these probes to try to find you, and there's one of them right there. And those things move real fast. So what I do here is I wait, chill, you know, for a little bit, try to outmaneuver him whenever possible. Because yeah, it just moves so ridiculously fast. Oh, so I didn't even notice that when I first played it. Holy shit, that guy was still there. So yeah, before the mission started, I gave him the super thruster so he could just come down here and get me out fast. But I didn't put the armor on him. So if you're doing this, make sure you put the thrusters and the armor on Pequod to keep him protected, because he will be shot at. The game always brings him to that area. So that is almost it. I say almost because you have one more little encounter. That giant robot, the Helanthropus, is still out there. Now, I'm going to give you guys a tip that I wish I had known. Now, first, you know, he's launching these missiles, so you obviously want to shoot the missiles down before they get you. Shoot his probes down, too. Destroy all those things. Now, you see those white canisters on his chest? That's what you want to aim for. Because as soon as those blow up, he goes down. Those are his weak point. And then when you actually fight him in the actual boss fight, he has like 8 of those canisters. Some are bigger than others, and you shoot at those and it brings him down really fast. So there you go. It's just slow motion. You can't really do anything but look at it. I guess that's just to heighten the tension or whatever. And bam, stupid robot. And there you have it. That's how you get an S rank for this mission. Hopefully this helped you out, and hopefully you won't, you know, hit any snags, because some things may not go exactly as you planned. But that's pretty much it. That's how you get the S rank. So once again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and my bond with the horse went down. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Later.